Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to HLN News. I'm Drew Carroll.
And I'm Mary Grace Bullard. Warren Jeffs has been found guilty of 2 counts of sexual assault on a child. The polygamous sect leader acted as his own defense during the trial, which included a 30-minute closing argument in which he sat in total silence. Until the last seconds, that is, when he said, "I am at peace." Some former sect members are reacting to his conviction with a long sigh of relief.
The miracle that has happened today and shined on us all is amazing. And it's relief to see that possibly now we can begin to free the shackles that are on these people.
A full decade since I started going after Warren Jeffs, and I'm just delighted that Texas has finally been able to hold him accountable.
That former sect member says Jeffs forced her to marry her own cousin when she was only 14.
All right, in other legal news today, Casey Anthony may not have to return to Florida after all. You may recall that before the murder trial, Casey admitted to writing over $600 in checks from a friend's bank account. There she is right there. She was supposed to serve 1-year probation after getting out of jail, but apparently the clerk of court made a mistake allowing Casey to serve her probation while waiting for her murder trial. Casey's defense attorney didn't hold back on his feelings about the order. Take a look.
Right now, we're filing one motion to set aside and vacate that stupid order.
Typical Cheney Mason there. Judge Belvin Perry from Casey's murder trial took over this check fraud case. After the original judge stepped down, he suspended that order for Casey having to return to Florida, so she will not have to come back to Orlando just yet. Judge Perry scheduled a hearing last Friday to figure out the next step in this case. He called the situation a legal maze with no clear answers. We'll let you know as soon as Judge Perry hands down his decision. So Blake, what's going on in this Conrad Murray trial?
Well, Drew, it appears that Michael Jackson's former doctor Conrad Murray is still awaiting trial for his accused involvement in the death of the King of Pop. The official cause of death was listed as an overdose of the surgical anesthetic propofol. Murray is accused of administering this lethal dose just hours before Jackson died. With the trial set to begin in September, lawyers on both sides are ironing out the questions that will be proposed during the jury selection process. If convicted, Murray faces a maximum penalty of 4 years in prison.
Thank you, Blake. Now, most children for their birthdays have a long list of toys that they want as presents, right? But Rachel Beckwith's wish was more simple and selfless. Rachel turned 9 in June, but instead of gifts, she asked people to donate money to help provide clean water in African villages. She asked for $300, just enough to help 15 people get clean water. Sadly, she was killed in a 14-car pileup just last week before reaching that goal.
The fact that it's an innocent, beautiful 9-year-old little girl who was so selfless is just, it's heartbreaking.
She did what she could, and now she can't, but we could pick up where she left off.
The response has been amazing. After hearing her story, thousands of people have gone to her website and donated. That original total of $300 is now shy of just $1 million. Wow, so to help the cause, log on to mycharitywater.org/Rachel's 9th birthday. Diana Nyad isn't letting age stop her from reaching her longtime goal. The 61-year-old long-distance swimmer is swimming from Cuba to Florida. It'll take her about 60 hours to complete the 103-mile swim. Now, if that doesn't sound difficult enough, listen to this. Nyad will be swimming in shark-infested waters without a shark cage. Nyad tried to set the record 30 years ago, but the bad weather got in her way. Now she's older and in her best shape yet.
So now I'm almost 62 years old, and I'm standing here at the prime of my life. I think this is the prime. When one reaches this age, you still have a body that's strong, but now you have a better mind.
Nyad started that swim on Sunday, and she'll be traveling with a team of over 30 people, including CNN's Matt Sloan. He'll be updating us on her journey along the way. Good luck to her. Paris, do you have any updates on some of the investigations we've been following lately?
Turns out I've got a couple for you. Police are searching for answers in the mysterious death of 11-year-old Selena Cass. Her family reported Cass missing on July 26th. Authorities found her body in a river just a quarter of a mile away from her home.
We have brought Selena home, not the way we wanted to bring her home.
Investigators found Cass's body wrapped in a blanket. Despite autopsy results, police say they're still unclear how she died. They continue to investigate her death as suspicious.
The Attorney General's office continues to investigate her death as suspicious, and a criminal investigation remains ongoing into the circumstances surrounding her death.
Here you see police hauling away a pickup truck owned by Selena Cass's stepfather. He checked himself into a mental health facility since the investigation began. Selena will be buried in a pink casket. Pink was her favorite color. No suspects named in this case yet. Well, here's another sad story. Most teens enjoy parties, Facebook, and hanging out with friends. But one Florida teen took it too far when his parents wouldn't let him have his way. Police say 17-year-old Tyler Hadley bludgeoned his parents to death in their Port St. Lucie home with a hammer. Then get this, he invited his friends over for a house party via Facebook. Officials say Hadley invited 60 of his closest friends over. His parents were locked in their bedroom, covered with sheets and books. His best friend had this to say.
I got a Facebook invite and I got a call from his dad's cell phone. After he told me, I didn't believe him because he's been my best friend forever. I would never suspect anything like this.
Unbelievable. Well, he is currently charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and being held without bond.
Okay, well, Ben, now it looks like we have a parental nightmare on a different level.
We do, yeah. 14 kids, and life's really not getting any easier for Nadia Suleiman.
HLN's Dr. Drew sat down with the Octomom to dig a little deeper.
My fear. I'm up, going downstairs, putting blankets on the kids, making sure the doors are locked, making sure the windows are locked, looking in the front of the house. Is there any car that I don't recognize? I know the neighbor's cars. Who's that in front of our house? And then locking again the windows.
So we have to put sleep disturbance in there with our Access One stuff.
Everything's in there.
You have to feel some type of sympathy for this woman. I mean, all these babies.
I really can't even see how she gets up in the morning. How could she go through that? I cannot even imagine. But let's move on to something a little lighter. Here we got two dogs from YouTube. They're running up, going to get play, and then he bites him. Oh, he goes down. And they're just sitting there. The dog clearly faking his death.
Clearly.
And then, he's back up.
He's a clever one.
Look at that middle dog. He had no idea what was going on. Just playing with his little friend and then going down.
Oh, how cute.
That's cute. Well, you just can't teach that. But it looks like we have a routine traffic stop here.
But looks can be deceiving.